Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere camp. And without further ado, I'll play the video. Just get right into it.
The only possible exception would be if Sodom and Gomorrah were actually a real place. If that place truly existed, maybe it would be run.
And of course, Sodom and Gomorrah exists, and Jason, the business also knows that it exists. But just saying what he has to say. But basically, what he's going into in this video is, as you can clearly see, narcissistic and evil women, right? So it has gotten to the point where even the people of this world are starting to beginning to understand that, the women of this kingdom, especially the Israelite women, because all the women that he's talking about here are chick. They are, man. Let's get some let the scriptures just say what needs to be said, okay? Better for this, let the scriptures just say what needs to be said before they start saying that, our mom was saying some sexist things, before they start accusing us of, all right, well, sexism and all that, but this is simply the truth. And as you already know, we have become the enemies of this world because we speak the truth. And it's written that better to dwell with a hungry lion than with a, I forget how that goes, and with a woman, right? Better to dwell in the corner of the house. Better to dwell with a let's just get the precepts. Here it is. So this is the book of Proverbs 21, verse 9, and it reads, it is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Proverbs 21, verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman. And I still have more to get. Ecclesiasticus 25, verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. And this entire video that, Jason Black, which of course is the business, let's go back to it. The entire video was just going into that single precept right there. That the wickedness of a woman darkeneth her countenance. Basically everything that the scriptures is telling you about the ways of a wicked woman. And that's basically what he was going into throughout that whole video. And the example that he was giving was Jada Smith, which of course you already know about her wickedness. It is notorious on the earth, right? Remy Ma and various other Israelite women that have been doing the most, right? Because you know how the nigger woman is, man. Out of all the women out on the earth, the nigger woman is the most wicked, all right? But let's continue reading. Ecclesiasticus 25, verse 18. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors. When he heareth it, he shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Let's continue playing this video. Now he's talking about, comparing this generation as the scriptures did to Sodom and Gomorrah. And he's saying that this generation is far, far more wicked than Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? That the only comparison to the wickedness that goes forth in this kingdom is what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. And of course, we know the wickedness of Sodom and Gomorrah, and even the scriptures compares, the wickedness of this generation, like I said, to Sodom and Gomorrah. But let's hear him say it.
Runner up. I still don't think it would beat this generation. Sodom and Gomorrah at least had walls around it. At least Sodom and Gomorrah had walls around it. There are no walls here to protect the rest of the world.
Exactly, and let's get some precepts, because even the scriptures talk about, how it will be more merciful, right, for Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for this kingdom, especially Babylon the Great. And that is the truth, because the judgment that the Most High Yahweh Shai put upon Sodom and Gomorrah, which is fire and brimstone, right, completely destroying the four cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, will look like child's play. It look like it look like a snowball fight, compared to the nuclear destruction of Babylon the Great. And this is the book of Matthew 11, verse 22. But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Zidon at the day of judgment than for you. And thou, Capernaum, which art exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it would have remained to this day. But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee. And this same precept applies to Babylon the Great as well. At the mercy that what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah would look like mercy. Okay, it would look like child's play. It would look like it look like it look small in comparison to what will happen to Babylon the Great. All right, but now the actual main point I wanted to bring out in this video, and you'll see it going on because this is how badly the wickedness of this kingdom, specifically the wickedness of you women, right, has frustrated even men that are in the world, even to third even the two thirds to the point of even wishing for this right here. Let's get that. Because it's not just the men of the Lord, the saints of the Most High, how about Shami or Shai, Lord will be a part of that number that is tired of the nigger woman, man. Even Jake in the world, even this pro-black, the black one is God, respect the black woman, kind of dudes are already tired of you women, man. And that just shows you just how far this whole the woman's wickedness has gone. But let's just play the video. Let's play this part right here. This is the part that really made me want to do a video about a video response. Because once you listen to this part, man, you realize that this is how far the wickedness of the woman has gotten. Where it is apparent that something needs to be done about it, not just anything, something extreme.
Heartless and monstrous she is.
From the bottom of my heart on this to test it out to put in front of you. I need to hear you. I need to hear you clearly.
Oh, so okay. That is too far away. Let me get this closer. Yeah, right here.
Exactly like her. And for her to do this to her own flesh and blood, let me be clear about this. It's times like this that I was long for the Old Testament days. Because in the Bible, it would be taken care of very simply. The elders and the old people and the leaders would each come and lay a hand on her to signify this the one. And they would gather her up. You know what comes next. And we would march her outside of the city limits. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with it,
and there you have it. And really, this is the only solution to this wicked and adulterous generation. All right, or with the wicked. There's a reason why the people of this world are now beginning to understand as well. Right, there is a reason why the judgments in the scriptures are so harsh. But before I go into that, let me get this precept. So this is the book of Deuteronomy 13, verse 6. Okay, and it reads, if thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely, the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. Right? So if you catch, a fellow Israelite, Jake, in some wickedness, you're supposed to push that, you're supposed to rebuke. Okay, that's why you see the brothers, the elders, the apostles always doing rebuke videos on the other camps, and on the other men that are in those other camps, and even men that are in Great Millstone as well. Because once you see, you're not supposed to just ignore wickedness. All right, if you see something, you're supposed to say something about it. And in the ancient world, if you saw wickedness, you're supposed to make a report to the elders and let them know that this is what is going on, and let the proper judgments be put forth. And this shows you right here that another thing it shows you is that the virgin birth, this completely debunks the virgin birth, because if truly Joseph believed that Mary had committed adultery against him, he would not have thought to put her away or to hide her, but rather had exposed her and forced her to confess to who the man that she committed the adultery with was, so that they both could be put to death, which was the law during the time that during that time, all right, that adulterers and adulteresses be put to death. But these cracky Christians, they have no understanding of the scripture. So they, when they see that put her away, they think, oh well, you were just trying to, you were just trying to divorce her or trying to keep it a secret because he was a just man. If Joseph was truly a just man, and if Mary had true, if Joseph, of course, Joseph was a just man, so like, yeah. But if Joseph truly believed that Mary had committed adultery, that was not, he would not have tried to hide her or put her away or anything like that. But rather would have actually tried, but rather would have reported her to the high priest, all right, in order to put her to death for the sin of adultery. But of course, Joseph did not do that because he knew who the father of that child was. It was him. All right. Now continuing on. Now this is the book of Deuteronomy 3:13, verse 9. But thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterward the hands of all the people. Right. So as the husband, if it was the case, and a massive if, because that did not happen. Okay. There was never a point throughout Mary's pregnancy that anybody ever wondered or asked who was the father. Okay, because she did not commit adultery. She was not under suspicion of committing adultery because the father was clearly Joseph. But if Joseph was truly a just man following the law, and if what the Christians claim, which is that the Holy Spirit had come and impregnated Mary and Joseph did not know who the father of the child was, then this is what would happen. The hand of Joseph would be the first to cast the stone when they were putting her to death. All right, we're continuing on. Deuteronomy 13, verse 10. And thou shalt stone him with stones that he die, because he hath sought to thrust thee away from Yahweh thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. And this is the main point right here, okay? Because I read all this just to read this point, and this applies for every single law and every single judgment in the scriptures. And all Israel shall hear and fear and shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you. And I always say this, there is a reason why judgment of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is a public spectacle, so that when everybody sees it, they'll be scared straight. This is why you should be scared of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Be scared of his judgments, be scared of, the judgment that will be brought upon you for disobeying the law. There is a reason why there are earthquakes, fires, death, destruction, famine, pestilence, plagues going on all over the earth right now, so that all Israel shall hear and fear and shall do no more any such wickedness as this among you. Right. So this is supposed to scare you straight and make you want to repent, make you not want to commit any wickedness. If you see somebody get put to death, get stoned to death, get burned to death for adultery, for fornication, which is idol worship, right? For failing to keep the Sabbath, because even disobeying the Sabbath is also a punishable by death, right? Or rather, not keeping the Sabbath is punishable by death. You're not going to want to break any laws, man. Instantly, it's going to be ingrained into you that you should keep all the laws of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You're not going to want to break any of it, all right? But yeah, you see now, from his comments that the people of this world are starting to understand that there is a reason why the judgment of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is, exist. And you're now starting to see that these judgments, you're starting to see that you need that you're not starting to see, but you need to understand that these judgments written in the book aren't even that harsh, okay? These are righteous judgments because you see what the result of leaving this evil, this wickedness to continue to rule on the earth is. You see what the result of allowing the wicked to continue to walk on the earth without receiving judgment is. That now wickedness has completely compassed the whole earth. All right, and this is what the scriptures say would happen in the last days, and many shall run to and fro, and wisdom, right, shall be increased on the earth. Let me get that precept. Here it is. Daniel 12 verse 4, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words of and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And now that knowledge is being increased, more and more people in this world, even in the world, even the two-thirds are starting to see the significance, the importance of the laws that were set up in the scriptures. Even though this guy, okay, the business JC Black, and you see his channel, even though he's not, he doesn't believe in the scriptures, right? He could have used the Quran, but he didn't. You see, he could have used any other holy book, but he didn't. But he went to the scriptures, and that's the same thing that everybody else does on the earth. Every Israelite, whether it's Tuesday, whether it's heathen, they always go to the scriptures. They always go to the Lord of the scriptures to explain why, they always reference the scriptures, because even innately, the people of this world understand that the scriptures, the book, the Bible, is a book of law, right? And the laws is a book of law, that the righteous laws of the Most High Yahweh Bashan Yahweh contained in that book. When it comes to harsh punishment against the wickedness of a woman, wouldn't the Quran have been better, since that is the example that everybody always likes to use? Oh, well, the Quran said this about women, the Quran said that about women, that kind of thing. But it is scriptures that he used, that the idea of stoning people to death, even going back to the Holy Land and how our people used to do it in the past, because this guy, he knows that he's an Israelite, he knows he's Jake, okay? These are the people that roll with Tariq Nasheed and them. He knows that he's Jake. That's why you have to reference the scriptures, right? Because he knows that, the scriptures are the words of the Most High Yahweh Bashan Yoshai, right? As it is written, they have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. So they have an idea. So even, to then Egypt have an idea of the scriptures, and I'm starting to see the significance and the importance of the laws and the judgments of the scriptures, and it's starting to become more and more apparent as wickedness is allowed to run more and more rampant on the earth. Alright, because we have failed to enact proper judgment in this kingdom, Esau, of course, that is who we are talking about right now, because Esau has failed to enact proper judgments in this kingdom, and even going as far as to promote and push these forms of wickedness, especially among our people. Now, the whole world, the whole earth is lying in wickedness. Let's get that. So this is the book of 1 John 5 verse 18. We know that whatever is born of the Most High, Yahweh Basham Yahweh sinneth not, but he that is begotten of the Most High keepeth himself, and that wicked one toucheth him not. And we know that we are of the Most High, and the whole earth lieth in wickedness. Right. Let me also get this as well. I really actually be about Cook 1 verse 4. Let me go to that. Let me close out with this. Habakkuk 1 verse 4. Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrongful judgment proceedeth. And that is what you see in this king. That's why wickedness is promoted and pushed and allowed to, run rampant. But righteousness is being persecuted, it is being censored, all right? And this is the result of it. But the times are coming where these forms of wickedness won't be allowed to continue in the way that they are. And pretty soon, man, Allah Yahweh is coming back to, to correct and to restore this kingdom. So with that, I'll end the video right there. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Ba'ashan Yahweh, Ba'ashan Bakak, Wadash, Wa Abad Baba, and to the Spirit of you, Akim, and you are edified. Shalom.